Hello and welcome back to Batman Telltale, where we're gonna have to watch this bit. Alright, I'm... What's funny is this game is growing on me, but it's growing way too late. It's just... There's some interesting stuff in here, and it's an interestingly different Batman narrative, but as I think I went over pretty thoroughly, I think it was in the last episode, it's too late to be introducing a lot of this. They spent so much time lingering on stuff that kind of didn't matter or was not at the right time in the narrative. We finally have a lot of intrigue, or a significance of intrigue that gives us something to actually follow, and it's too late.
What the hell did you do? My Lady Arkham's drugs destroyed. That's what a leader does.
The real question will be, like, which of the villains will we actually get dealt with in this episode? This is our last episode for the release, at least. Like, there's the second game, big air quotes, which is probably where we address more of it, but there's no way they wrap up all of these threads in one episode, right? That'd be completely insane. I still can't believe there's no way to skip this. Just double checking, sanity checking myself. Nope, gotta watch it. I still think we made more or less the right choice there. I mean, like, I guess we'll see if we can still go in the Batcave or not.
The city is still reeling from
5 days later,
alright. Set off that obliterated an entire city block and killed innocents. When questioned about his extreme measures, Mayor Dent said he'll use any force necessary to take down the children of Arkham.
You okay there, Gordon?
Done, Gordon. Give up your badge and we'll let you
Meanwhile, his
wow, okay.
opponents are routinely silenced. The latest to speak out is Police Commissioner Grogan. He called Dent a murderer and a terrorist and demanded his immediate...
The commissioner did? The only time we've seen him, he was a dick, so that's a surprise.
Sparking violence inside the precinct. These are dark days in Gotham. Our mayor promised us a better city, but delivers only more violence. How long do we let this Two-Face stay in power? How long can we... Excuse me, you can't be in here. Hey, you can't do this! Shut up! Let me go! Hey,
Buddy, you should be happy they didn't just shoot you. Under the circumstances, it looks like that probably would have been the most likely outcome.
Just try me, you punks.
This is very silly. Oh god. Shoot. Whoop. Well, I missed that, but they still did it anyway. Whatever. Clearly my input doesn't matter.
Goddamn mind is that forces have overrun the city. Apparently, our new mayor doesn't care much for dissent.
Yeah, go figure.
He's ordered a purge of every honest cop we have left, which isn't many.
Dent is a maniac. Let me handle it. I don't want anyone else getting hurt.
Well, after this,
It's not quite what I said, but sure, whatever.
Come on, the commissioner's still down there.
Oh, maybe this is why they said it, so that the commissioner can be on my side and come around to me when I save his ass.
Follow my lead.
What kind of crappy gunfight is this? Also, that guy might probably very well be dead. Also, that guy might very well be dead. I mean, like, that's a lot of trauma. That guy just got shot point blank. That's something. All right. I still can't believe she's alive. I don't know. I think I must be misremembering stuff, but it just doesn't make any sense one way or another why she's still present. It just doesn't line up with anything else that happened in the first. Speaking of things that came in the wrong order in the game, like her getting poisoned and then doing bad stuff. Should have been much later in the game and would have been made sense if it happened after this, but it didn't. Well, you're stupid. All right, and apologies for the background noise. It gets probably mixing in with the guns, but there are still people with. Did I miss that? I think I missed it, but... well, whatever, okay. There's still people with fireworks setting them off, because... I guess they didn't set off enough on the day. So did I... Do I want to redo that? It has my curiosity. Could I have not screwed that up? I'm pretty sure I had to screw it up, but please don't make me start from the beginning now. Let's see. Come on. Why did the buttons not register until... Okay. We're at a good place. It's so bizarre to... If he actually has no choice but to, if there's no option but death here, that seems very bizarre. Okay. You guys seriously suck. Hit that one. Hit that. Hit that. He still charges the guy. He's still gonna get shot. This is all canned, right? Yeah, it just happens. This sucks. It feels like a bad outcome that I should be able to do something about, but none of it matters. Okay, that time I actually managed that. But all it did was the one animation, that's all that changed.
Stop it!
Except for Gordon's not? Okay, Gordon is here now.
God damn it!
I guess Gordon had to be become commissioner at some point, and now's the time. I want to say the third one, but it's a little too flippant, I think.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant.
This is not your fault. It's a bastard Dents. Krogan was a good man. A family man.
I mean, he got shot in the torso, which, you know, is bad, and probably punctured some organs, but just bleeding out massively and dying like that seems a little much.
He says, cops show up, he'll kill another. Batman shows up, he'll kill them all.
Kelly, get out of there.
Sir, I'll let the coin decide.
Kelly!
Of
Kelly!
course.
Damn it!
Get yourself to a hospital, Lieutenant.
Yeah, see, Gordon got a more direct-on shot than the commissioner did from the looks of things.
Alfred, are you safe?
Yes, I'm barricaded in the Batcave. I heard gunshots, but then Harvey's men disabled the cameras.
I have to face Harvey as Bruce Wayne. Otherwise, he'll just keep killing people.
Perhaps going as Bruce could be an advantage. Even without the suit, you're a formidable opponent.
I cannot reach the old Harvey.
To get close. Then I'll make my move.
It may be your best chance. I'll be standing by if you need me.
Yeah, I wonder if any of that would be any different if I had made different choices about how to meet him before. Probably not, though, based on everything else we've seen. Probably would have come to the same ending no matter what.
I want a safer Gotham. A Gotham where working people can raise their...
We don't really need this really aggressive echo to understand that it's a flashback.
Or worse. I know I can make the city better. If only I...
Okay, I'll back you.
Come on, Bruce. That joke is in poor taste.
I'm serious, Harvey. I'll fund your campaign, completely. I've lived in Gotham my whole life, and I've never seen an official I can believe in. Until you.
Thank you, Bruce.
You're just telling us this, though. You're not really showing, like... They haven't even really talked about what he's done historically that's given him this position.
We'll let the coin decide.
That's kind of fun. City of Light.
Lucky, but someone has to die. Are you volunteering, Deborah?
Harvey!
Wayne! About damn time!
Snipers, 2 of them. Get the drones online.
It's not a sniper, dude.
Sure you'd come. You weaseled your way out of the death you deserve. Like a coward. Why, do you actually grow a backbone? Or did you just get tired of hiding?
I came to help my friend, Harvey.
I don't want your help. I want you dead!
That is the sickness talking. And I know you're in there somewhere, Harvey.
I don't know about that.
Wait. What am I saying? I've tried to fight it, Bruce, but I can't. Bruce, I only ever wanted to help Gotham. And now look at me. I can't stop him.
I don't think these matter, so I might as well go with the thing that I want to be true, but I don't believe.
I could always count on your friendship, Bruce.
And now he switches back, and
What
then...
happened with Selina? This city needs to be purged of people like you. All of you! Traitors, terrorists, and cops who don't take their mayor's orders!
Harvey, don't!
This is the only way to clean up this cesspool!
What was my plan here?
No, please!
That guy wasn't in the lineup.
This is what happens to people who cross me, Wayne.
You were the fiercest DA the city ever had. Someone who fought for people's dreams. So much for a safer Gotham.
Well, that was flippant in a way that didn't...
Right. This isn't me. Go. Go. Get away. I would let them all go, but... it's not up to me. Deborah, my not-so-faithful assistant. You've been feeding my enemies info since the start!
I swear I
Beg all
didn't.
you want, but it's not up to me. Your life, his life, even my life. They all hinge on chance.
I didn't do
On
it.
the flip of a silver dollar.
Listen to what she's saying, Harvey.
Now people will lie through their teeth for a stay of execution.
She didn't betray you.
Oh God, what did I do? What
Why are the goons not shooting me now? I don't understand what the rules are. Oh. Because timing.
Stay back!
Oh God, please don't. Harvey, no more.
No more? I'm just getting started. This is the only way to keep people in line.
Kill me instead is unhinged. What the hell is that?
They walk all over you.
Harvey, no! This is not who you are.
It's so cliched.
Is this what
These are terrible arguments. I don't know why this is working or why Bruce would ever think it would work.
We were good friends once, Bruce. I'm glad you're here.
I don't like that it saved right before that.
Maybe you can remember.
Oh, he didn't shoot him.
I was before.
Nah, let him do it.
For him.
What happens if I just let him do it? What if I don't wanna? Problem solved. Shit, I just knocked my phone over. Listen, I'm not advocating for this. I'm just saying that there's no way to weasel out of this. I am essentially advocating for this because it's just the same thing as is always done in every Batman narrative, right? Nobody ever, I mean, it's typical of the genre. It's typical of superhero things. And it is typical of the nature of writing a comic with recurring characters. You can't go killing off your villains all the time, so they inevitably, I'm trying to remember the context in which I was talking about this before. You can't go killing your villains, they just have to get locked up, and so they can eventually be escaped or released or whatever, so that they can be villains again. Because otherwise you got to write new villains every week, and that makes them lack depth and not be compelling and not be real threats and all these other things. But Batman of all properties, probably, like, even compared to comics in general, really is like, it's got some of the most twisted villains, but also the ones that are most easily defeated. And sometimes they are defeated very easily, but oftentimes they are just, I don't know. Like, there are so many problems with Batman's approaches to how he defeats and captures and fixes villains and all these other things, but the entirety of the narrative, the Gotham, the Gotham PD, all these other entities, Arkham Asylum, of course, like, these are all failures, and they are failures for narrative reasons, but unfortunately that often comes to the final conclusion of, if you just shot him, like, problem resolved.
We were good friends once, Bruce. I'm glad you're here. At the end.
Like, what is
the way I was before.
This is, could you theoretically rehab the guy? Maybe, but like, we're gonna assume you can't fix his face, because despite everything I've said about how you could easily fix his face, in the narrative you can't fix his face. You can't rehab his image or his name. Like, the best that's going to happen, which is impossible within the actual writing because he has to continue being a villain, the best outcome that is consistent with what's already being written is he is captured, he goes through extensive therapeutic processes and like all these other things to get his I was going to say proverbially get his head on straight, and then makes a brand new life as somebody completely else in a different city, because there's no, look at you, man. Not literally, but look at what you've done.
For him.
Also, this does nothing to explore like the source of,
Bruce, I need the result.
the source of the psychosis or whether it's like a real
The damn coin! Without the coin, I can't.
whether it's a real like another personality of his own, or I mean, there's enough weird things in Batman that you never know. It could be, I don't know if Two-Face has been written too many different ways in terms of like where the source of his other personality comes from. There are definitely narratives where he is basically only the villain personality and all traces of Harvey, so to speak, are absent. Others are written more like a Jekyll and Hyde story. But I don't know if the actual source of the psychosis is really addressed all that often.
I can't.
Make your own call.
Bruce, please, I don't know what to... I can't decide. It's too much. It's too much, I can't...
That was very convenient.
Gotham, Harvey. Just like you wanted.
It's all over for
I'm not sure his arresting officer escorting him out should be the guy who he was just holding as a hostage.
me and all of Gotham a favor. It's what I deserve.
There's been enough death, Harvey.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. My fault. His fault.
Mr. Wayne. I owe you so much. You're a hero. And I'm gonna make sure all of Gotham knows it.
You should be rotting in Arkham!
Why was this guy here in the first place? Classic Gotham PD.
Lady Arkham hasn't forgotten you. Everything you love will burn.
Bro, didn't you already burn my house? Like, I'm looking at the ceiling right now, and that looks like smoke damage. Like, I don't really understand what the extent of the damage was in the first place. It will be very funny if they're like, oh yeah, it was all smoke damage. We just, you know, wiped some stuff down and maybe did a little drywalling and everything's good. Which really takes the weight out of everything that happened in the previous episode and the decision I made. Like, it's not good.
Your usual tea and the entire pantry, I'm afraid, didn't survive the fire. This is from my own personal supply.
Thanks, Alfred. We're not the only ones that took a hit while Mayor Dent was in power.
Well,
It's still very surreal
you've
to
ensured
see
Harvey
Alfred
won't be
be
hurting
doing
anyone else.
normal butler duties when he's also doing so many other things,
Bruce,
and really should be treated as an equal in many ways. I don't really like this version of Alfred very
worry
much.
about the toll they've taken on you. Facing off against Harvey and Oswald in a matter of days. Not just the physical toll. Those were men you once trusted, and after finding out what you did about your father, people must seem a great disappointment to you. Always letting you down, even those whom you admire.
Not everyone is like my father or Oswald. And what Harvey became, it wasn't by choice.
And me. Everything that happened.
I don't like that because I didn't want to make it all about him because that felt weird. Because then it's like, you're my only friend, Alfred. But then instead they really make a point of grinding it in that I didn't say Alfred.
I could have stopped it if I'd done something all those years ago. This is my fault. All of it. I told you I wanted to leave your father's employ. But if only I had the guts to do something instead. Your mother, she wanted that. Wanted to put an end to his crimes. If I'd helped her, if I'd stopped Thomas, none of these horrors would have occurred. Lady Arkham, Oswald, even Harvey.
I don't blame you for what happened, Alfred. You did the best you could in an impossible situation. And it helped to make me the man I am today.
Give him a hug.
But our work isn't done.
Oh, come on.
The children of Arkham are still
Give your dad a hug.
With both Penguin and Mayor Dent off the board, she's the only remaining piece.
We need to figure out her next move.
Yeah, really.
The only thing we do know is that she moved.
Penguin really went off without anything happening.
Penguin gone and my CEO access restored.
Like, he barely became a villain. He was just a unpleasant guy.
Exactly what Oswald was doing.
I mean, facilitating Lady Arkham stuff is a separate thing. But
cross-reference that with all the data we have on
as a villain unto himself, didn't really do anything. Determine the link between Oswald Cobblepot and Vicky Vale? What do you mean determine the... Guys. Oswald Cobblepot is Penguin, who is working with Lady Arkham, who is Vicky Vale. Please don't tell me you need me to explain that.
Your administrative access to Wayne Enterprises should have been reinstated by now, along with your title of CEO.
Let's see what Oswald.
Why would I be reinstated as CEO all of a sudden? No. Really. Why would I be reinstated as CEO? I beat up Oswald and then was sent to Arkham, where I didn't even stay a day. I stayed a couple of hours, I think. Then got broken out, or near enough, by Alfred and Gordon. Then went on a series of adventures, again in the course of, I think, a single day. Well, I guess, and then it was like 5 days. But it's still only been then the 5 days. If you're going to make me believe that that's such a throwaway line that they don't even need to include it, but they're going to include it, that includes something about like, oh, I forget her name, I wanted to say Renee Zellweger, Zellerbach, I think that was the name. Like, she met with the board and they realized, after Oswald was unmasked and revealed to be like connected to, well, but that would require me to already have the connection between him and Lady Arkham, which is not a thing. So but regardless, just explain, give a reason, give a narrative reason. It can be throwaway. It doesn't have to be super detailed. Just say they reinstated you as CEO because they realized their mistake in some way, right? I also want to know what the hell kind of domain that is. DRSL03. I wonder what that's supposed to stand for. It doesn't. And then why is there an uppercase E but not an uppercase W? You can put uppercases in URLs because they're not case sensitive, but why would it only be one?
Master Cobblepot's sense of humor hasn't changed much since you were boys.
That's Comic Sans.
See what he was doing.
Haha. Good job, buddy. Very funny. Wow, all this interface just to... Okay.
Penguin was tapping into surveillance systems across Gotham. Any building using Wayne Tech security could be spied on from the CEO's office.
How is that any different than the back door into the Wayne network that he uncovered?
It's not. Unless... Hold on.
What does that mean? Why did a new folder show up? Hello? Also, where's Lucius right now? It feels like this would be a really good opportunity to have him present to ask him some very obvious questions.
Oswald was trying to buy an island.
What on earth for?
Looks like he was using his new legal control of Carmine Falcone's assets and likeness to brand the place. Like it's some kind of tourist attraction.
He was going to call it
Falcone Island.
Why?
We need to figure out.
That feels like it should be a laugh line.
Of course.
It's so stupid.
Oh, Oswald certainly wasn't very frugal with my money.
You have a few yachts to return, it appears.
Also explains how the children of Arkham had a seemingly endless supply of guns. Oswald was using Wayne money to arm them.
I don't want to keep beating on this, but these are throwaway lines that don't need to exist, but you have made them exist and they're bad because you haven't made any admission of the fact that, like, this isn't how real corporate money works. And yes, I mean, there's a lot of corruption in corporations and high executive positions and stuff like that, and they do throw money around randomly, but of all places, I don't think Bruce Wayne would call Wayne Enterprises like full assets his property, and likewise with the money. And then why they let the new CEO buy a bunch of yachts. Come on.
Oswald altered several public records using the Wayne network.
He was defacing Wikipedia. Oh no!
Oswald manipulated my records as well.
It would appear your degree was in sociology.
And my medical records.
There are some...
Why?
Well, colorful diseases.
Annoying, but not hard to fix.
That's better.
What is the point of this? This is all fluff. All right.
No surprise here, Oswald wiped away any trace of his criminal records. His background is completely fabricated.
He was enrolled at Cambridge? Ridiculous.
Calm down, Alfred. I'm sure the board realizes by now that they were fooled.
The bigger question is, why did they get fooled?
All mention of her birth name, Victoria Arkham, is completely gone.
Wait. What's this? He also erased something from Vicky's research at the Gazette. I can't tell what was removed from here, but Wayne Tech leaves a trace when it alters data.
It leaves a
One the back computer can
trace?
decode.
Oh my
What
god.
is it Miss Vale wanted to hide?
Okay.
What do we
Whoops,
have
that
here?
I meant to. I hope I didn't skip one of these because I went to the
Every
last
building in
one,
Gotham
which
with
is
a
not what I
Wayne
meant to
Tech
click.
security system can be accessed from here and remotely controlled. If Oswald was the brawn, Vicky is the brains. So let's check her file. She may have left clues about what she was using Oswald's access for.
Oh, okay. Wait, huh? Why is this not grayed out? I guess maybe I need to go find something on the other side first to connect. Why am I standing up?
Vicky Vale, mid-30s, reporter for the Gotham Gazette.
Why do we need this
Not only
interface?
public record, her true name, Victoria Arkham.
To think she was here, in the manor. She gave nothing away of her true nature then.
Vicky embraced this identity to follow through on her twisted crusade.
Her mask inspires fear. Not unlike Batman.
Yeah, but I'm doing it for good
Just need to
reasons.
find her.
Don't let me in with her, Alfred.
The children of Arkham. Their symbol dates back much farther than their terrorist activity. They formed to get justice for those wronged at Arkham Asylum. But the message fell on deaf ears. until they found a leader Gotham couldn't ignore.
Then why, if that's true, why is this the first we're hearing about it? Surely if you knew that, if these are your own records that you had, then you should have brought that up in like episode 2?
The Gazette's records are the articles written by Vicky Vale. This record isn't complete.
You're right. There are notable gaps between entries, but yet it doesn't seem she ever left the Gazette's employ. So what was she doing in that time?
This record wouldn't be easy to alter. Seeing what Oswald was up to could give us a fresh perspective.
It's just so cheap. Like, they could use real... There's better ways to write her doing things behind the scenes at the same time she was working for the Gazette, right? You don't have to write something so silly as like, oh, they deleted some files. I wonder what she could... Like, there's none of this pseudo technobabble. It's not even really technobabble because they're not really trying. None of it's meaningful. You could do the same narrative, the same explanation without saying all that. Just, or you could make it more compelling by giving an actual explanation. This is just bad.
Now that we know how Oswald manipulated Vicky's records, the back computer should be able to... There. No more holes.
Sure, why not? Whatever, man.
She was looking into Arkham patients, reviewing records, checking submissions, prior histories. She was trying to figure out who was actually sick and who was committed because of Hill, Falcone, and my father.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. And it's reasonable to say, understand why that would radicalize you as well, if you weren't already radicalized.
Vicky was digging deep. Gotham City records, Freedom of Information requests, posts to conspiracy forums. All to find...
It's a list.
This is just so exposition heavy.
Tech security systems.
It's a list of targets.
City Hall, Arkham Asylum, GCPD headquarters, Gotham First National. It's almost every landmark in the city.
Oh no, bombs. Probably. That we're then going to have to choose which ones to disarm and which ones to let blow up.
Without a man inside Wayne Enterprises, she can't unlock that door remotely. She'll have to get her hands dirty. And when she does, we'll find her. Speaking of...
Is it Lady Arkham?
No, it's one of Lucius's prototypes. On the move.
What? But Lucius locked
Maybe
everything
we should
away.
call Lucius.
Needed a better lock.
Wow, that's a hell of an angle for a traffic cam.
After all that you two...
Alfred.
Yeah, I know, Bruce, but why would she do this? Is she that cold-hearted? That selfish?
I don't like any of these answers,
She
but...
must have her reasons.
Well, I'm sure she does.
Computer visual. The prototype she stole. It's an electronic skeleton key. With it, you could bypass any security system made by Wayne Tech.
That key is far too dangerous.
If she does just... I hope that she's stolen it for her own reasons, because if they're like... Oh, she's working for Lady Arkham, and then she uses the excuse again of like, oh, she said she'd do bad things to me. Then, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, you're gonna have to... That's actually a writing concern, not a character concern. Well, it's functionally a character concern as well. But if you're gonna tell me that something needs to to be if you're gonna tell me that we're just gonna go down that same route of she didn't get out and then she got looped into it and all that, then there needs to be a better reason for her as a character, whether good or bad. There needs to be a better reason. Anyway, this is kind of a big scene change, so I'm going to take a pause here and I guess we'll see why she stole it next time.